This is Ben, and this is his business partner Josh. Ben recently came to one of our deal selling launchpad training days, and after completing multiple source deals with us, the two of them have managed to secure this property with no money down, which they're planning to renovate and sell for a profit. So I decided to take a trip up to the north to chat to them, check out the house, and find out exactly how they managed to do it.
But yeah, as you can see, this is the front room.
They're very small houses around here, aren't they?
Yeah.
I was looking at the whole street, and they all seem very, very small.
There used to be a walk-through here.
Oh, so they've put this in, yeah.
So they've made it a bit more easy access by, as you can see, moving the door.
Yeah.
Which is why, as you'll see in a minute, the bathroom's downstairs.
In here then, the plan is skim,
Knock that down.
keep this,
Knock
knock that down so you walk straight into the room.
We'll look in. There's a few options. So a corridor, because this used to be where it used to walk through anyway.
Yeah.
They've covered this up, so we're going to make that back as a walk through. Knock this down.
Yeah.
Or this part, have it as a corridor
Yeah.
straight the way through, and then obviously, as you'll see, when we go through, it should go right the way through.
Okay.
And then the stairs obviously come up here anyway.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a door the other side.
Okay, so you'll create the walkway here, plaster the whole room, obviously fix that hole in the floor. Windows, really?
Potentially, some of them are worse than others. So
fine.
we're going to have a quick look and then just have a well, definitely new plumbing, new electrics, plaster.
Okay.
So as you can see, originally, obviously it used to come through, so it'd be a straight walk through. Again.
Was this, because you got this here, was this also a walk-through? So this wasn't open? No. This was just one big corridor?
Yeah, I've got a 2-bed and it's pretty much, we're going to try and structure it to mine as much as you can, because it's fairly practical.
Yeah.
So obviously this would be open, the stairs are here. Keep this as is. Once again, it's all about the cost side, so we're just weighing things up at the moment. We've got about 3 or 4 different things that we're looking at, 'cause obviously, which you'll see when we go upstairs, there's a potential for a 3-bed. There's a potential for an extended kitchen and keeping it a 2-bed and having maybe an ensuite instead. So there's options.
My preference would be get rid of this and then just leave it. Yeah, I would just say, is that what you were going to say? Is that what you said? The way that I see it is, if you want to put £1 in,
you want to get £2 out.
You want to get £2 out, exactly. It's going to cost a lot, and would it really make a massive difference compared to having a big room here and a big room here and a door that separates the two?
So this kitchen,
well,
potential for
what was a kitchen?
What was a kitchen?
Yeah.
It all fell through.
Oh, jeez, yeah, okay.
It's not sort of load bearing or anything to what the builders said, so we're either thinking of knocking all this and having it as a big kitchen all the way through.
Yeah.
Or if the upstairs is big enough, which we can get to, we're thinking of turning this into a 3rd bedroom and having that as the bathroom.
Immediate thoughts are, is it normal to have a bathroom on this street? The one that's, because there's one that sold for about, what, 90?
Yeah, there was one under offer for 99.
Did that have a bathroom downstairs or upstairs?
It was a 2-bed and it was a bathroom upstairs.
Because I would be looking at copying exactly what they have.
Because this is an extension.
Yeah. Okay, so this actually isn't
when she got
in their house.
Wheelchair, this got added on so that she could have a wet room downstairs for easy access. Because
of the disability, obviously she needed access right the way through. But since then, obviously that's why they've covered that back up, because it was a walk through straight away.
Yeah.
And they had to make it wider, like all the door frames have been made wider, so she could easily access through.
Great, cool. Let's have a look around. Let's keep looking. This is the other thing, is that if you're thinking, right, that can be a 3rd bedroom, you've got to build a wall along it. It's just, and then if you're going to be doing that, if that's going to be coming here, you'll probably have to take the chimney breast out to make space. It's just.
So my house, it's got all the breasts out, and there's a corridor, like right down here, like you have. You step down into a 4-piece bathroom in my house.
Yeah.
That is. The only reason we're thinking of if it's a potential 2-bed is doing that, but then you make this room smaller.
You make it a lot smaller.
Boiler's going downstairs as well, that's getting moved. But without taking all the breasts out, obviously it's massive cost to keep all the breasts in, you see.
Structurally as well, it can screw your house up.
So the builder said originally, when we'd asked him for sort of what he thinks taking these breasts out without all the correct way might actually pull because
The other house.
yeah,
Well, yeah, you can't pull one side of a chimney breast out. You can't pull both sides out.
Yeah.
So it's one or the other, and even if you do the one, if it's not done structurally, in a sound way properly, that's going to cause a lot of issues,
exactly.
right?
So be careful. But I would recommend not stepping in there just in case. But you can step maybe close or just be careful.
Have a little look in there. Oh, that's you going through the floor. Make sure the camera's rolling.
That'll be good content. That so in here, just like an airing cupboard, all this can come out.
Yeah.
So that's going to create more space. We actually thought originally that this was a lot smaller. So
It's quite high, isn't it? Because it steps down quite a lot.
It wouldn't make a bedroom, which is why we attempted to turn it because of how high it was, and it would feel quite big.
Yeah.
And a 3-bed would obviously, at the end value on this street, I think there's only ever been maybe 1 or 2 3-beds ever sold, and they've always been end terrace.
Yeah.
So that was the initial thought.
One of the initial ideas was to move the door right to the corner with a shallow corridor.
Yeah. All the way around.
Just to separate, and then you're not walking through. So like my first ever house I had, you had to walk through a bedroom to get to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I lived with my uncle at the time, so it would be basically house shared. And
Yeah,
it was a nightmare.
Like I say, we're stuck between, we've got options, but it's then what's going to be the most sort of productive and cost effective,
Yeah.
but brings the best end result.
With it being our first one, it's one of them, innit? You learn as you go, and whatever decision we make, we are most likely going to sit there and go, what if we did it the other way? It's going to happen.
But it means that for the next one, you'll go, well, we built out that corridor, probably wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Let's not do it next time.
It's all a learning
Great.
curve.
Oh, nice. Do you get to keep that?
I hope not.
I'll maybe get 100 quid for that, so it might go towards a refurb. So
Well, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, this room, he said it isn't as bad as the other one, of course. Obviously, the walls will just, he said, would probably just need a light skim.
What's
That's up to the loft. So exactly the same as my house, but in mine,
Oh, yeah.
a separate loft hatch in our corridor with a new ladder. But with that,
Yeah.
I can't get up there. No one of a normal size or
Yeah.
bigger can get up in there. So, but yeah, the main sticking point for us originally was we were so tempted to take the chimney breast out just because of the amount of room that it will create. But then the value
it just doesn't.
price effect.
It just doesn't. Yeah, it's not going to add $3,000
No.
worth of value. People will walk in and they're not going to go, whoa, there's no chimney breast. They'll just walk in and see a room. It's not like they'll see the value. You walk into a brand new kitchen and you go, whoa, it's a brand new kitchen.
Yeah.
You don't walk into a room and go, whoa, there's no chimney breast. What have you got this agreed at?
45,000.
45.
Yeah, 45.
So it's an assisted sale.
Yes.
You've agreed with the seller that you'll give them £45,000.
Yep.
In exchange, you take control of the property for the next however long, couple of months, few months. You'll renovate the whole house and you will sell it for how much do you think?
3-bed they've estimated between 95 and up, and then a 2-bed they've estimated a sale price of 90, potentially slightly less. But the best part about it is we don't have to pay her the 45 up front either.
No, exactly. That gets paid from the proceeds of the sale, which is great. I like that. It's a really good deal. So roughly, what do you think? Obviously, there's a few things to change, a few things you want to adjust with regards to the refurb, what you want to do. Have you got an idea of how much you're going to be spending on it?
We've got an idea of roughly 20,000, but we're saying 25.
£20,000 or 25 even doesn't sound like a lot for the amount of work that needs to be done here. Are you guys, because I know you said something about mates who are trades, are you going to be doing quite a bit of it yourself, getting one builder in to do all of it?
Yeah, so there's one builder that he worked for the council for 30 years, so he's going to come in and do the refurb, the majority. But he said, worst case, if we want to go and get one of our mates who's a painter and decorator by trade, he can do it. If we want to step in at
Well,
any
he said
point,
that
we
as well,
can.
didn't he? He was quite open and honest, which we can appreciate. He just said, I'm not a lover of decorating.
As long as he tells you
you're
up front.
better off
Yeah.
getting someone else to be. He said, I can do it, but it'll be the most plain, basic job ever. And a very good friend of ours, he is a painter and decorator, and we know he'd love to do it. So
what, within the 20 to 25 that he's quoted, so he will take care of everything, maybe apart from the painting, for 20 to 25. What's he said he will do in this house?
Full rewire, heating, new boiler, radiators, obviously plaster, obviously all the rooms, whether that's a case of it needs a full plaster or just a skim, carpet fitting, architraves,
The kitchen, the bathroom.
bathroom,
Electrics.
everything. Yeah.
So literally everything
Well,
for 20 to 25.
He doesn't personally do the electrics, but he brings someone in.
Yeah, he's got his own
himself.
team,
He's got his
yeah.
own guy that does it.
That sounds really cheap. Having said that, I don't know if you can pick this up on the video, but it's a very small house.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's some 3-bed semi that, you know, you're doing it's a huge property.
Yeah.
So even just things like the painting, the skimming, they're smaller rooms, so it will cost less.
Yeah.
So I can see how you'd be saving money there. So you picked it up for 45, you've agreed with the seller 45. You'll spend, let's say 25 on it.
Yeah.
So you're all in at 70.
Yeah.
And you're expecting to offload it about 90. So you are walking away with really like 15 to 20k on this one.
And for no money in.
Have you put any money into it yet whatsoever?
No, not a penny.
Not a penny.
And are you funding the refurb out of your own pocket?
Potentially, there's option. After your advice, we went and basically secured a loan, so we've got a 25 grand loan secured.
So it's 25. You'd be refurbing it,
Yeah.
25 grand, not out of your own pocket. You'd be raising the capital.
Yeah.
So you've got a loan agreed on that. I know you're saying something to me about that being a backup option.
That's the absolute.
You're
plan,
looking
so,
at
yeah.
raising the capital from friends, family, investors.
Exactly. Yeah, because obviously, as you've said, we're not in a position to just chuck 45,000 at to buy it first. We're not in a position at the moment to do the full refurb because we don't have that money sat there. But obviously, using you and obviously your experience and your knowledge on the videos, we've found a way to sort of go around it, and it is possible. So we're not going to potentially put any money of our own and walk away with 20,000 near enough. So
It is good, isn't it? That is a good first deal, considering this is your first deal for you guys.
So this is the luxury position we're in. It doesn't matter really if we walked away with 5,000. It's still 5,000 more than we had to start with. So for us, it's anything over that is a bonus. So we're staying realistic. Like you said, put a contingency in place for 10% below, 10% after on the cost of the refurb. If anything goes wrong, ultimately, it sounds bad this, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be getting profit regardless.
Yeah.
And then everyone gets paid before we do as well. So.
And not just profit. I said this after my first deal. I was like, even if I walked away and broke even, which you say break even, you're breaking even on no money in anyway. So, but the learning process, even just up until now, the fact that you've got this far, just the knowledge that you've gained from it. I remember when I did my first, I was like, if I walked away with no profit, I would do it all over again because I learned so much and the knowledge was so valuable. So a lot of people who are watching this might be interested to know, how did you actually find the deal?
Basically, our other business partner who can't be here 'cause he's currently working, but he is now seeing his new girlfriend. He went round to her house one night. I'm on the phone to these two guys, probably more than I ever should be, like all the time. He was round her house. They overheard us talking about us wanting to get into property and wanting to buy a house, and we're trying to figure out how to do it with no money. And Nana overheard, and they had this house that's been derelict for like 2 years and no one's lived there. Reached out to us, and we all went up and we had a cup of tea with them, sat down and sort of explained our situation. And they said, we've got this house here, do you want it? And then I said, we'd love it. And then obviously speaking to yourself and obviously your videos and watching some other things on the internet, was how can we structure this where we need it? We need this house.
Yeah.
I know, we'll pitch it to him and go, can we give you the 45,000 after the sale?
Yeah.
She agreed straight away. Told you, we're not
And-
stopping.
and
There's
you-
no messing around.
No messing around at all.
No.
I mean, you literally came to the Dealsign Launchpad like 2 months ago. It actually is as simple as just repeat what I tell you to do, repeat what I show you I do, and you'll be surprised at how easy it is. And you joined the coaching program.
Yeah.
Now I'm well excited to see what happens over the next
Well-
6 months with you guys. I think it's going to be massive, not just with this house, not just with the four others we got in legals, but like I just think there's so much more to come. It's a good house. It's a good house.
All for no money, all for your teaching.
All for no money.
Of course.
What's up, team? We're on our way back to Manchester now after, I think, a very successful day out. I'm really excited about how that project's going to go. Those guys have done so well, and they joined the coaching program not long ago. They did the Dealsign Launchpad a couple of months ago, and I love that they've just implemented everything that I told them to do, and they're seeing so much success. They've got that deal for themselves. They've got those 4 deals that we're packaging up with them and helping them to sell. So they're doing well. I'm excited for them. So if you guys are interested in the Dealsign Launchpad, learning what these guys have learned about securing and packaging up deals and making money doing that, then make sure you check out the link in the description. You can apply apply there to join us and find out more information there. So if that's of interest, make sure you click that link. In the meantime, if you're interested in watching more property investment content, check out this video. I think you're going to like it.